Ralph Waldo Emerson stands as one of the most influential thinkers in American intellectual history, philosopher, essayist, poet, and public speaker. Emerson was the leading voice of a movement known as Transcendentalism, a uniquely American blend of spirituality, individualism, and reverence for nature. Born in Boston in 1803, Emerson came of age in a rapidly changing world. His early life was marked by both privilege and hardship. He entered Harvard at the age of 14 and later became a Unitarian minister. Following the religious tradition of his father, yet his spiritual journey soon took him beyond the boundaries of organized religion. He began to question the doctrines of the church, turning instead to a personal, intuitive understanding of truth. By the 1830s, Emerson had left the ministry and was carving out a new intellectual path, one grounded in the belief that individuals could directly experience. In 1836, he published his groundbreaking essay, Nature, which laid the foundation for transcendentalist thought. In it, Emerson proposed that nature is not merely a backdrop to human activity, but a living spiritual force that reveals deeper truths to those who seek them. He famously wrote, "In the woods we return to reason and faith," expressing his belief that the natural world is a mirror of the soul. This idea that the universe is interconnected and that each person is a part of a larger divine whole became central to his philosophy. Emerson's commitment to the individual spirit is perhaps best captured in his 1841 essay, Self-Reliance. It's a powerful call for personal integrity, nonconformity, and independence of thought. In that work, he urges readers to trust themselves, writing, "Trust thyself. Every heart vibrates to that iron string." To Emerson, society too often demanded conformity and obedience, stifling the creative and moral potential of individuals. He believed that greatness could only be achieved when people followed their inner voice rather than external expectations. This message resonated strongly in a young and evolving American country in search of its own intellectual and cultural identity. The impact of Emerson's ideas extended far beyond philosophy. He became a mentor to fellow transcendentalist Henry David Thoreau. His own writings, including Walden, echo Emerson's call to live simply and authentically in harmony with nature. Emerson also influenced a wide range of American thinkers and movements. His emphasis on personal conscience and moral responsibility made him a moral voice during a time of national crisis. He spoke out against slavery, championed women's rights, and encouraged Americans to resist injustice wherever they saw it. Though he did not always engage in activism directly, his writings offered intellectual and ethical support to reform movements across the country. Emerson's lectures were another important vehicle for spreading his ideas. As one of the most popular public speakers of his time, he delivered hundreds of lectures across the United States, addressing audiences on topics ranging from history and literature to ethics and personal growth. His speeches were not just philosophical musings, they were calls to action, encouraging listeners to examine their lives, their values, and their relationship with the world around them. His charisma and clarity of thought earned him a devoted following and helped establish him as a central figure in American letters. As Emerson grew older, his intellectual energy began to wane, but his legacy only grew stronger. His work laid the groundwork for later developments in American literature, philosophy, and social thought. Writers such as Walt Whitman, Emily Dickinson, and even 20th century figures like Martin Luther King Jr. drew inspiration from Emerson's emphasis on inner truth and the moral power of the individual. Today, phrases like self-reliance and trust thyself are woven into the fabric of American culture. His belief in the divinity of the individual, the sanctity of nature, and the necessity of living an authentic life still speak to readers in the 21st century. Ralph Waldo Emerson passed away in 1882 in Concord, Massachusetts, the town that had become the heart of the Transcendentalist movement. Yet his ideas continue to ripple through time, encouraging new generations to seek wisdom not in institutions, but within themselves. In an age of noise, distraction, and conformity, Emerson reminds us of the enduring power of quiet thought, of walking in the woods, and of trusting in our own inner light.